Hello and welcome to TheEPROM9 brain. I've been working all day. Bear with me. Drive time on the TheEPROM9. That's it. And this episode shall be called Smeg. because March, which is usually the month of my birthdays, ends up being the most busy month of the year this year and is absolutely blocked hard, absolutely, utterly insane. I have gotten 2 assignments done today and submitted. One was due for tomorrow, but it was through the handing room, and I'm going home to have this thing motted and serviced. It may not pass, you never know. Either way, I have no doubt that the rear shock absorber mounts will need to be replaced, which will be about 300 to 600 quid out the parents' account, because, well, if I paid for it, I would end up having no money to eat, and with no money to eat, I would curl up and die very quickly. So yeah, just the usual shenanigans in the land of the TheEPROM9 or whatnot. All that nonsense I ramble on about on a regular basis. And so we have many humans out and about. We are driving to home rather than Tesco's, because usually it's to Tesco's I go on these little drive time things. The camera out front is recording, and we're by the traffic lights, which take 10,000 billion years to change. And as I say that, they turn green. I guess sometimes things go your way. Ah, yes. And there's plenty of traffic out. It's roughly about 9. Why? Get off the gear lever, bag. You caused an accident, you numpty. Stupid bag. Yeah, just the usual nonsense, really. Hey, there's more cars. That one is a Focus. That one looks like a Land Rover. That one is a, don't know, Suzuki, I think. I don't know my cars that well. I drive the things, I don't maintain them. I would like to know how the inner workings of my car work, though, but kind of expensive if you screw up and break something, and there's a lot of gaskets that have to be replaced when you remove certain panels and things, so it's like, you really want to go messing about in the engine compartment. Not when you don't know what you're doing. You want to learn what you're doing first. What you want is a scrap card for all of it, so you get an idea of where everything is, and anything confuses you, you can Google it. Head off Google, or just figure it out by analysing it. So we pass through another set of traffic lights. There's about a bazillion different sets of traffic lights in this place. As we head towards the motorway. We have to travel on 2 different motorways during this journey. Maybe 3 if you consider one of them a motorway, but I think it's more A roads. Something like that. We're going to take the full motorway route home because it's generally the clearest at this sort of time. Better than going through the town and then dropping onto the M20 later on. To go into the heart of Kent. The heart of Kent, you say? Yes, the heart of Kent. What, is there a beating heart and blood? Indeed, there is a beating heart and blood which you can stab, and then you can murder Kent. Yeah, it's like sidetrack there into complete madness. The doomsday device should be deployed on 31st of March, because why the hell not? And then everyone shall die. No, that deserves an RCP video. If I get the opportunity, time, motivation, hopefully you'll be seeing that before March. If not, just stick on another arbitrary day. It really doesn't matter. I don't know why, I guess I chose the end of this month because it's like pretty much do or die. Oh man, when I'm sitting there with my car being serviced and me sitting there on my laptop doing work, well, hopefully Mum's not at work tomorrow because I may need picking up because the car may be in a state where it needs to be repaired on. And Mum will have to take me back to uni, which is kind of, well, a pain. But oh well. I don't know how I get back, that's the problem. I might have to ask one of the Volkswagen people to drive my car. I can't survive without this machine. Machine of greatness. Machine of awesomeness. There's been a few instances where it hasn't started exactly amazingly well over the last few months, so it's like confidence in the car is not at its highest. I reckon this is going to be the service that starts to cost them money, and then, well, as any car owner knows, it's all downhill from there. And this goes wrong, and that goes wrong. You need bearings replaced, you need brakes replaced. Although brakes and that you can consider under general maintenance rather than any real significant problems. Things like brake pads and that wear out, they're exposed to extreme friction and heat. Making 100% efficient brakes would be impossible, because the whole idea of brakes is to waste energy to slow you down. Convert all the static energy into heat, basically, and friction. Friction generates heat. It's noise, depending on whether you've got squeaky brakes or not. Some squeaky brakes can be horrible on the ears. Absolutely horrible. Yeah, I don't know how well you can see me, because that camera is not amazing when it comes to low light. It's fine in pictures, but even then it's still very grainy, so it's like, it's not an amazing camera for low light. When I actually have a career and have the money to be able to spend thousands on a camera, I will get myself a nice SLR, which is about £500 body with £500 lens. Maybe a few other lenses, depending on how much cash I have to burn. Because it would be nice to have a full proper SLR camera. I'm not too worried about it doing video functionality because I've got this camera. Yeah, and we're coming to the turn off to go to Tesco. Yes, you all know Tesco. It's that place where we get our food and stuff, and various random little electronic articles that is when you just need something quick and convenient. For me, good old Tesco cheapy brand Technica. But hey, so we'll be passing Tesco, we're not stopping off in there. We don't need petrol, we've got more or less full tank. We've got 47.5 miles, and we're just sort of dipping on the top of the tank, really, and sort of all downhill from there. Neither would like to go down at the speed of light, despite the fact it's actually a lot slower than quite a lot of other cars on the road, and he can't fucking drive to save his life. He was going for an undertake, the absolute motherfucker. We don't like that, do we? We would like to see him crash and burn! Hell yeah, that'd be funny. Happy days. I don't think the ambulance would like to see him crash and burn, because they're the ones who have to sort of deal with the aftermath. Which is a reasonable reason not to want to see someone crash and burn. Dealing with the aftermath doesn't exactly sound fun when you have to scrape burn corpse off the road. And then you have to go to the family members and be like, oh yeah, your person I don't know or care about has died. And sort of still sound emotional about it somehow, which for me is the most awkward situations when, you know, sort of situations when you're supposed to be like emotional and that towards someone else's loss, and it's just like, I can't do that because I'm not naturally an emotional person. Well, I am sort of, but not, you know, I lack things like empathy and that, the ability to feel sorry for people and all that nonsense that everyone raves on about being such essential emotions that really don't matter a rat's arse. It's just like one of these arbitrary things. Oh yes, humanity. Yeah. A lot of the time it just frustrates and annoys me. Humanity. It's just kind of like, yeah. Not the biggest fan of humanity in general. Individuals, yes, when you get to know individuals, yes, there are actually creatures out there who are really quite worth it, but yeah, the majority of humanity, nah, waste of time. Not really a fan of humanity, to be honest. Not much of a people person. I'd rather be on a planet filled with dogs. Super intelligent dogs, that'd be awesome. Like Doggy Land, like I used to come up with when I was a kid. Like something like 8 million, I think it was 8,000 light years away. There was a planet of super intelligent dogs, which were on a somewhat sort of more higher level of technological expertise than us, but similar-ish. And there was an 8,000-metre high canary wharf that a robotic dog lived on top of in the lift, in the various lift installations where all the lift mechanics and stuff were, and all, you know, all the air conditioning and all that fun jazz. The skylight to the roof is glass. Fun jazz, and you can get up to all sorts of adventures, mischief, eating cars and stuff. You know, all that kind of nonsense. It's actually quite fun to actually do a bit of 3D modelling or animation and actually bring the robot dog back to life in a sort of little like episodes on there. Have some, you know, sort of crazy shenanigans that were going on back then. I reckon so. I don't see any point really changing the formula unless it turns out to be horrifically like terrible. I've actually got a book I made which is like filled with incredibly bad spelling, unsurprisingly. I have to dig out some of that stuff, cover it on the old thing. I don't think I ever finished the robot dog book. I have to dig out some of that stuff, pictures I've drawn and that, especially the Digimon ones. The Digimon ones are fantastic. Where the hell am I going? I've been rambling so long, it's like, brain not functioning, brain not work, brain not work. Yes, brain not work. You heard that, didn't you? Brain not work, brain not work, brain not work. I got nothing straight here. Let's check camera, make sure it's still recording and not gone off to some other nonsense that they tend to do these things. Oh yeah, we're still recording. With 3 minutes something on the card or something like that. Looks like it might run out of memory before it does anything else. New bad thing. And now we go off onto the first leg of the journey. Prepare for screeching tires and brakes. Activate booster. I never get old doing that. And I'll be 23, but it's still a lot of fun to act like a 5-year-old. When I was little, I used to pretend I was driving the car. Like the back seat, like then on the steering wheel and stuff. I'm trying to do it again. What's that say? That says 50! Well, technically speed time is more of a recommendation than anything. What's going on up ahead then? So far diddly squid. So far diddly squid. So far diddly squid. So far diddly squid. Average is science. We do what we must because we can. This is pissing itself down great this time. Oh, we got roadworks ahead. That's why they've got the sort of speed warning thing. So 1 mile, which is exactly where we're turning off. Hee, how convenient. Right, we are just going to knock out the lane because there's people coming onto the motorway and I would like to go faster than 60. Road conditions are actually alright, I'm using the jump, but it's worth taking up road conditions. Oh shit, they're closing off this lane very soon. In 800 yards, so yeah, we need to get into this lane ASAP. I don't want to be running for an overtake and then end up taking out a load of cones. This car doesn't have much acceleration to it, which is one thing worth actually taking into account. They're obviously doing some major maintenance. Have we got anything written on there? We've got workforce in road slow. Fair enough. I wonder if they get the lights to sync like that. I'm not entirely sure. I'd like to do that. What do you think? You can't answer. You can answer in the comments though. stop recording. There's a surprise. I've been rambling, the traffic lights further back were broken. Surprise, surprise. There seems to be a bit of wind, and there's someone who looks a bit of a hazard up ahead, but hey. Way, isn't it? Whee! Around the bend we go. Nice 70 limit, which is good. Despite it's got average speed cameras on it, so don't exceed past 70, or they shall destroy you with fire and ice and cheese and bacon and whatnot. All that happy jazz. I'm hungry. I can do food. Mum's got lodges she's making, which is awesome. My mum's been to the gym, which is kind of like, well, my mum's been to the gym. I wonder what she does, if she does weightlifting and stuff, or if it's just sort of more sort of my sort of stuff like swimming and stuff. I like swimming. I need to do swimming again. I'm like a fish when you get me in water. I love swimming. Once I'm 100% certain that my ears won't go weird because I have trouble with ear infections. It's not uncommon for sticking my head underwater in a swimming pool or the sea to cause an ear infection to come on or to get blocked up. Once I'm 100% sure that won't happen, I am totally at home in the water. But beforehand I'm always a little apprehensive. So I get so many problems with my ears. So many, it's not really great. But yeah, it's a nice rambly trip home. The stars are in the sky because where else would they be? My brain isn't in great shape because I've got done and submitted 2 assignments essentially today. Man oh man, I am so stressed. I was so stressed that the slightest thing would cause my temper to snap. There are several points where it almost did this morning, even in class. It's like my head was like, Josh, like, you keep saying? Sorry, Josh, I am in a horrifically stressed mood. This is all what needs to be done. I can't help it. When you're stressed, you tend to get more short-tempered, and my windows need cleaning, so let's do that. No good, I can't see out properly. There we go, that's much better. There's also a period when you start cleaning where you can't really see out your window. That's kind of not great, not when you're going 70 off down the motorway. Ah, don't make that horrible noise, seriously. Stop it! Why do you not listen to me? Bad window wipers. Right, we're in 50 limit in a bit. Right about, yeah, there's signs. It's difficult to see in the dark with the speed camera right at the bottom of this hill, so you don't want to be going up at 50, you don't really want to be going down the hill at 50 to be honest. It's got some very sharp turns. You can easily find yourself enjoying the ditch, while some poor bastard has to try and pull out your car and hold everyone else up. Yeah, you control your speed going down here with your brakes. And the lights look wonderful. If I look across outside, you can see all the lights. It looks so pretty. I love lights. I love lighting. Yeah, I did a bloody video on LED torches. Maybe I'll do more videos like that on various lighting technologies. Lighting technologies do fascinate me. They always have. Every time, wee little lights. Go potty over Christmas lights and Christmas on us little. I find my enthusiasm for Christmas has pretty much died out now. I prefer my birthday to Christmas, to be honest. I don't know, I just find Christmas is too arbitrary. Birthdays are actually celebrated. I mean, none of us are religious in this line of family, so it's like, what are we actually here celebrating it? It's like, what's the point? Okay, I'll manage to get some games I'm too bloody stingy to buy in the year, which is usually ones that appear in everyone's top game that year list, which is always a good thing. Games are too expensive, you kind of want to avoid the crap. We've already gone through the national speed limit sign, we're still going 50. Dumbass. Pay attention to the road! phone going off and waking him up and was driving back on the road. He was so bloody lucky there. Funny thing is, that person never replied back. Always the way. Oh, are we going to outrun the lorry? I don't think there's even any point trying. Actually, no. I don't have the acceleration anyway, right there. So. He's already taken account of me coming down. Thank you. No problem. Thank you. A little thank you thing. Little thank you flash as it's known, and now we are on the M20. That's not the shitty nightclub in Ashford that I got kicked out of when I was a kid. That was funny. Maybe I'll tell that story one day to its own video. It'll probably bring some laughs. It still brings my laughs with my brother to this day. Although he's still pissed off at me blaming him for it. He should be giving me shit advice. I think we'll have a video to that. That'll be quite fun. Crappy day. That's the way the Union times go. Now this is a long stretch. Oh, more fucking roadworks. Seriously? Are they seriously killing the middle lane in 800 yards? Lane closure, slow down. Oh, fuck's sake. What? They're killing the lane I'm in as well. Oh man. I do not like this at all. Why have you gone into the middle lane? They're closing it, you numpty. You seriously going to try and overtake me when the lanes are running out? Are you really that thick? Are you really that fucking thick? It indeed seems to be so. A20 closed after M20. Well, good job we're not taking the M20. The A20. However, this little hold up on the M20 could prove to be quite annoying. Great. Yeah, human race. It's moments like that yeah. If you have faith in the human race, you're just too ignorant of exactly how stupid it really is.